Is his second trip to the line in this one.
And he is a full customer at the line, guys. You've got to be when you're shooting 84% on the season.
And, fellas, I think you have to like his improvements over his free throw numbers from a year ago. It's not a significant number or a huge amount, but it's improvement nonetheless.
Crowder, he's checked in for Turner. And both free throws good for Lopez.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I'll tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, it's really served them well. Seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches. On that two-hand.
Now here's Ellington. He's got 9. And Jack, here we go. Excellent D from Thomas. Celtics trail by 12. Nets were the hottest team and story a few years back, certainly. But last season, they were put up for sale. Surprisingly to some, Clark, midway through the year.
Yeah, that was odd timing given the new arena and rebranding. I mean, you would think after all that effort to rebuild the team, you would see it through.
Here's Lopez. And a great assist by Jack as that one goes in. And that's 15 points for Brook Lopez. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Jack. To the paint. Here's Young. Count that as his 7th field goal in 10 tries. He's shooting a very good 70%.
And for the Nets being put up for sale, a big part of it was they were a team that was supposed to compete for titles. And since the move to Brooklyn, they have had trouble going deep in the playoffs. Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Ellington with it. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. It's deflected. And
yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
For Boston, they have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. That free throw good from Thomas. Some changes for Brooklyn. Robinson comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Bogdanovich in for Hollis Jefferson. He hits both from the stripe. Now here is Jack. 6 points for him. Screen by Young. Pass to Bogdanovich. And there's the 3-second violation. Some high-scoring teams in the NBA. Let's see the leaders. Number 1, the Celtics.
I mean, it's an exciting brand of basketball that they're playing. They've got such deadly weapons. Teams have had a heck of a time trying to slow them down.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Henry Sims comes in for Thaddeus Young. And Shane Larkin subbed in for Jarrett Jack.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass. And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Here's Thomas. Shot no good. Some solid defense from Robinson. Here's Larkin. Ellington with it. Now Thomas defending. Wide open. Another shot, and it's good on the layup. And the Nets lead by 15.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Clearly the reason for the timeout, Greg. I mean, he wants his guys to toughen up inside and start protecting the rim.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Celtics trail by 15. And it's Bradley off the drive. And he jams it with authority.
Sheer, unadulterated power right there. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely. A resounding dunk.
Just the take-no-chance slam by the big fella.
Here's Larkin following the bucket by the Celtics. Kicks to Ellington. Here's Bogdanovich. Trains the three-pointer. Bogdanovich has got 9.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Outside Turner. Back to Bradley. Shot off the screen. And again, it's Boston converted.
And he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game. And Evan Turner's one of those guys, he just gives you a little bit of everything. I mean, he can play multiple positions, handles the ball, he can pass it, shoot it. Kind of a Swiss Army jackknife who uses multiple tools to his advantage.
Austin with the ball. Feeds it to Bradley. The dive for the ball. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Here's Larkin. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
You have got to make some kind of a defensive adjustment here. He is just lighting them up from beyond.
Greg, I don't know what else they can do. I mean, even when they've closed out on him, he's still been knocking them down.
Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
You know, obviously, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you played and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
Well, you could see a change in the play with the Celtics after the trade deadline last year. Adding Isaiah Thomas gave them some pop off the bench and really created some balance for them offensively.
Isaiah Thomas.
Larkin dishes to Robinson. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got his third rebound tonight. And that was something the Celtics needed, adding Thomas, a player that could come in and provide Clark instant offense for them off the bench.
And, Kevin, I think that was a turning point for them last year. I mean, they saw that they had a chance to make a big leap forward after the trade and responded accordingly. Here's Larkin. Isaiah Thomas making his last shot. Larkin, the pass to Robinson. Shoots from 12. They get it back. No what?
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
And Bradley gets it to go.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
Here's Larkin. He's guarded by Thomas. There's a screen by Robinson. Here's Bogdanovich. Offline with his three. Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities. And that one's good. Crowder's got 5 points now this quarter.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Thomas with the steal. Now it's Thomas running. He can go all the way. No one around. And the layup is up and in. Thomas got it back down to single digits for the Celtics. Boy, they've got them on their heels the way they've been running the ball up and down, right down their throat.
Yeah, some explosive plays we're seeing now in transition. Heed this run.
Good on the shot.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Lets it go from deep, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's Larkin. 24 seconds left in the second quarter. The shot's good from Sims.
And they just refuse to go away and really have slowly worked themselves back into the game.
Greg, I love the fact there's no quit in it. I mean, they know they can't cut the lead down all at once. They're not trying to bite off too big a piece of the pie. They're chipping away at it, just banging at that rock, and trying to chip away at it. And so far, so good.
Here's Ellington. That's good from 17 feet away. And now a 12-point Nets lead.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively.
So we've reached the end of
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They never... And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
Just absolute domination in this one for Bradley. He's got 21 points and a decent little assist total for him, too.
No doubt. They'd like to see that carry over to the rest of the team. Get good assist numbers all the way around.
And Brooklyn, look at who they've got. They've got Young. Wayne Ellington is out there with Jarrett Jack. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Bogdanovich in at the three slot. Trying to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. Bradley gets to Thomas. Young with the steal. Here's Bogdanovich. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Pass to Thomas. He kicks to Olynyk. To the inside. Young with the steal. And here's the fast break. Bogdanovich dishes to Lopez. Ellington from outside. And a great assist by Jack as that one goes in. Ellington's got 16.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Olynyk can't hit. Nets leading by 14. Back to Jack. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Kept alive. Here's Young. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Isaiah Thomas. Averaging about 18 points per, 7 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes natural.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, Sid, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable. You know, last season, Thaddeus Young was moved from Minnesota to Brooklyn, guys. A good move for everybody involved as he helped with the playoff push.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Now, here's Smart. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And Tyler Zeller's going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Here is Ellington. Inside. Here's Lopez. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with two hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that.
Come on now, young fella. Watch out. You might bring that whole basket down on top of you.
I didn't think he was ever going to let go of the rim.
I tell you what, though, you might as well enjoy the moment. Make it last just a little longer.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Young inside. He's covered by Zeller. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
And the Nets making a change here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. After the Nets' big moves the past couple years, they were looked at as an older team, but you break it down, and you know, Greg, they're not as old as you think.
Actually had the 5th youngest team of anyone in the postseason. And so, though they seem older just because so many of their players had playoff experience or came into the league at a young age.
Stolen by Smart. Holland, defended by Jack. Young with the steal. Outside Jack. Here's Bogdanovich. Goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in. Bogdanovich has got 20.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And, you know, for the Nets, the roster's average age was about 2 years younger at the end of the 2015 season than where they were at the end of 2014. They made a point to get younger.
So it's Brooklyn now. No good from Jack. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Here's Bradley. And the free ball is good. He's got 24.
And even though the Nets were younger last season, they were tough in tight games, playing really like a bunch of veterans, and went 10-2 on the year in games decided by 3 or fewer points.
There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's his first foul.
You know, guys, coaching in the NBA is not for the faint of heart. Very little job security. I mean, in essence, you get hired to be fired. Let's face it, it's hard to make a bunch of millionaires do what you tell them to when they might be around longer than you will.
That's good, and Johnson with the assist. 11 points for Isaiah Thomas.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And speaking of coaching, sometimes you'll hear that the coach lost the team. When that happens, is that it, Clark? What's your read on that?
You know, I don't quite buy that. I think it's really rare. Winning can cover up a lot of things, and ultimately it does come down to that, being able to smooth out the rough spots, and winning is the best elixir for that. They are really struggling with fouls, Kevin. It's still early, but one more foul, and they're over the limit.
Here's Bogdanovich, and he gets it to go. Bogdanovich has got 22.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Crowder kicks to Olynyk, stolen away. And oh, here we go. Lopez has got it, the fast break chance.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Nets leading by 17. Now Jack, he's got 6. Thomas with the steal. Lays it in off the breakaway. Thomas got 4 points this quarter. Brooklyn's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. And Jack, here we go. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Brooklyn.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
Young sets a screen for Jack. A three-pointer off the mark.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack. And they definitely have the edge in those fast break points.
Greg, they sure have. I mean, maybe it hasn't helped put them in front, but they're clearly better off playing up-tempo basketball.
And there's the pass to Young. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Now the feed to Jack from 11 feet away, and it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's his first foul. And Young with the basket on the assist from Jack. The Celtics making a switch here. Jerebko's checked in. Here's Bradley. No good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. And they're on the break. Oh! Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe